Good morning, children. I am so excited to share with you this morning about festivals of light. Today we remember Santa Lucia, that martyr who is remembered by Swedish families as the oldest child, goes around the house and shares treats with her family with a ring of candles on her head. There's so many other celebrations of light, though, too. For the Indian community, Diwali was a celebration of lights last month in November. For our Jewish siblings, this week we are in the season of Hanukkah. And one of my favorite Hanukkah stories is this one, Elijah's Angel, about an African-American wood carver, a folk artist named Elijah, who shares an angel with a little Jewish boy, and the boy shares a menorah with Elijah. And together, their gifts bring them together in a lasting friendship. We also have our celebrations of lights as Lutheran Christians, and maybe the most famous way we celebrate is the Christmas tree. Some of you may have Christmas trees up in your homes already. And here is a story of the first Christmas tree. Martin Luther was a great man and a great speaker who lived in Germany in the 16th century. One Christmas Eve, he spoke for hours from the pulpit of a church in a nearby town. When he rode home that night, he was tired from all that speaking. The air was crisp and cold, and as he went along the forest lanes, the sky overhead was sprinkled with stars as thick as sugar on a loaf. Martin Luther stopped his horse and got down. Tall fir trees towered above him, and above them, far above, were those glittering stars. Martin Luther sighed aloud, startling his horse. An owl flew away on silent wings. He wished his wife and children were with him so that they could see the great beauty in the sky. But they were home in their cozy beds, so he got back on his horse and rode the rest of the way home, the sparkling stars through the fir branches filling him with awe and delight. Just outside Martin Luther's house was a small cluster of fir trees. After he had stabled his horse, he cut down one little fir and dragged it into the house. He built a wooden stand for it and set it up in front of the great fireplace. Last of all, he fastened candles to the branches and lit the wicks. Come see," he called, waking his wife and children. Sleepy-eyed and yawning, they came into the room just as Christmas morning dawned. Just so, the stars shone down on our Lord through the trees around Bethlehem all those many years ago, he said. And that was the very first Christmas tree.